Hey besties, and welcome to another tutorial where I walk you through on how I made this beautiful gorgeous outfit. So this is a Boubou dress with the cow effect by the side. Some people call it the bat wing dress, okay, or the bat wing gown. So if you like this kind of video, please do want to watch to the end, like, comment, and share, and subscribe if you've not. And I promise that this is going to be a well detailed video, all right? So do not go anywhere. Just stay tuned and let's get this done. So for this outfit, I made use of this duchess material, right? And I've already folded it into four. I folded and then I folded again because I'll be cutting both the front and the back together, and do want to pin this down because this material can be very slippery. It doesn't listen at all. Okay, so the first thing I did was to get my breast point, which is 12 inches, and then I marked down my waist, my half length, and then I also marked my hip line. Okay, and then after my hip line, I went ahead to mark my knee length right there. All right, so because I'm using a very short table, we'll first of all work on this upper side and then shift down the material to work on the down part, that is from the knee length down. All right, so for my shoulder, I have to divide my shoulder into two, which is 16 divided by 2, and that is 8. And then I have to get the length of my sleeve like so. You can decide to make your own shorter than mine, or maybe a 3/4 sleeve or a long one like mine. All right, and then after that, just draw a straight line down to your breast point or your bust line. And then for the front and the back neckline, I went in by 3.5. And then for the back, I went down by 1 inch. And then for the front, depending on how low you want your neck to be, but mine I went down by 8 inches or 8.5 rather. Okay, then go ahead and mark that like you see me do right now. Okay, and then for your shoulder slope, just go down by 1.5 inches and then connect that from your neck area down to the sleeve part. Okay, and now that we've gotten that out of the way, okay, you don't need any other measurement for this gown. You're not measuring any other thing again. Okay, the only thing now that you need to get is your hip measurement divided by 4. Once you divide that, whatever thing you get, just go down and mark it at your knee length. Okay, not your hip, not your waist. Whatever thing you get, after dividing your hip into 4, mark it at your knee length. All right, and then from that hip side, sorry, from your half length, just make a curve to meet what you already marked at your knee. All right, like I'm doing right now. Okay, just mark that like so. Yeah, and that is all for that upper part for now. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and then drag this fabric up a little bit. All right, drag it up a little bit and then get the rest of our measurement because it's a long gown. Okay, so now that we've done that, just go ahead and arrange your material, the fabric very well. Now from my knee, where I stopped before, I'm just going to go ahead and mark that to get my full length. And then I added extra 1 inch for folding allowance. You can do 1.5, but 1 is okay for me. And then go ahead and just extend that like I'm doing right now. Okay, and now measure what you have at your knee area and then get that at the full length of the dress. But before I did that, I decided to add extra 2 inches, just for ease a little bit, so that when you walk, your legs don't clap together, as in the thing doesn't drag you back and then now you will fall. So add extra 2 inches to what you have right there, and then mark that all the way down. Okay. Yeah, just mark it all the way down like I'm doing right now. And if you've watched this pattern and you've not subscribed, please do want to subscribe or follow, like, comment, and share. Okay? Yeah, thank you so much. And now that that is done, we are just going to cut from that length, cut it all the way to the upper part. Okay? Just like that. right? Easy peasy. But before we go ahead with the cutting, we need to mark where we are going to be attaching the inner belt. All right. So to do that, just go ahead and get your waist measurement divided by 4. No extra inches needed. Don't add 1, 2, or half. Not even a half inch needed. Just your exact waist measurement divided by 4. Okay, whatever thing you get, just mark it right there, and also, fold it over and get the same measurement at the other side as well, because you need that to determine where your belt is going to be. It's an inner belt, so you need to mark that right now. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do just to arrange this fabric very well, and then go ahead and cut everything out. All right. So for the cut now, first of all, it's the front and the back together, right? So I will cut everything using the back measurement, and then after I'll go ahead and separate the front from the back, and then go ahead and cut out, sorry, and cut out the neck measurements. Okay. So now let's go ahead and cut. All right. Yeah. And guys, if you have any questions, please do want to drop that in the comment section. Okay. And I promise you to answer to every of your questions, every of your comments will be responded to. Okay, yeah. So now let's see who and who watched to this end. Okay, to this point. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway on my YouTube channel. And tell me what you think I should do. Okay, should I use cash for the giveaway, or should I just give out you know sewing items, like maybe give out some fabrics, or yeah, or give out some sewing things? Just let me know in the comment section. Okay, yeah, thank you. Don't tell anybody. All right. Yes. So now let's get back to this. Okay, so now that this is done, we have to get our arm area. Okay, so to get a perfect hole for that, just go ahead and mark from your um bust line, go in by 1 inch, and then do what you just see me do right now. Okay, so that is the whole cutting you need for this. So I went ahead to cut out the belt that is needed, and also the interfacing for this gown. This doesn't need a lining, but it needs an interfacing for the neck part. Okay, so now let's dive into the sewing. So first thing I did was to pin the interfacing of the front to the neck. Okay, you have to use your pin. Honestly speaking, when working with a duchess material, some of them can be very obedient, right? And some of them, like the one I'm working with right now, can be very silly. So my dear, make use of your pin. Okay, this thing doesn't stay one place. All right, so please make good use of your pin, because this duchess fabric can be as stubborn as me. Yeah, I'm always a good girl, but stubborn sometimes. Yeah, yeah. So just go ahead and put the interface in like that. Sew it up, notch it, and then turn it over and do your top stitch. Okay, and after that, make sure you iron it down very well and use your hemming gum. Okay, use your hemming gum to iron to hold that in place. After, but for now, just do that for the back only. Use your hemming gum only for the back for now, and after sewing and everything, you will now do that for the front as well. Okay, I'm also going to go ahead and sew the belt like you see me do right now. All right, so now that that is done, this is what you're going to have. As you can see, the back is in place because I use the hemming gum on that, but the front, I haven't done that yet, because that front needs to be put into use. Okay, and this is the belt, well ironed down, and everything looking so good and so nice. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and pin the inner belt to remember that the waist measurement that we measured earlier, that we got earlier, right? That is the point where you're going to pin your inner belt, and you're pinning it in such a way that it is facing the side, not the center. Okay, the tip of the belt is facing outwards, not inwards. Okay, as you can see what I'm doing right now. Capish? Capish. crochet. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the first belt in a straight line to get where the other one is going to lay flat and nice. All right, so do that as well and head over to your sewing machine to just sew that up like that. Easy peasy. All right. Yeah, that is just that. And please do want to subscribe if you've not. Like, comment, and share. Thank you guys so much. So after that, this is what we have. Next up, we're going to go ahead and work on the shoulder parts of this outfit. Okay, so bring in the back of the dress and right side facing each other. All right, go ahead and use the front interfacing to wrap up the back neck. Let me say it again. Use the front interfacing, or let me just use the word lining. Use that to wrap up the back neck or the back shoulder rather. And after that, make sure that everything is well aligned, everything is equal, no one is poking out more than the other. Then use your pin to secure that and hold it in place. All right, and after doing that for one side, go ahead and do it for the other side as well. And I'm going to put that on a little bit of speed so it doesn't take much of our time, okay, on this video. Yeah, you see what I'm doing right now, so go ahead and do that with yours. Okay, and the reason why we're wrapping it up like that is so that we have a very nice good finish after we are through with the sewing and everything that has to do with that shoulder part. Okay, and I must say for every line you stitch on when you're using your Duchess fabric, please do well to iron it. That's the best way to get a good result. Okay, so just with half inch, sew it up, and this is what we have. And I've also gone ahead to use my hemming gum to hold the front interfacing in place. All right, so next up right now is to go ahead and fold the hem of our sleeve. Just a tiny bit of fold. Fold once and then fold again. Do the same thing on the other side, and voila, this is what you're going to have after that. So we're almost done. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is just to turn this to the wrong part, turn it to the wrong side. Okay, that is right side facing each other and then the wrong side facing you. All right, go ahead and use your pin and pin it from the armhole down to the hem of your gown. Okay, so after pinning that, just go over to your machine and just sew it. That is we joining the front and the back together to have an actual gown. Okay, so just do what I'm doing right now to your gown. All right. Yeah. So let's just do that. And guys, if you've watched to this part and you've not subscribed, please do what to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I just want you to drop one comment. Just say hi, say hello, say something. I want to know that real people are watching me, not not invisible people. Okay, just drop something in the comments. I want to get to know you. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll still just pinning and pinning and pinning and pinning everything together, just like that. Okay, and then after which we'll just go ahead and join them together in using our sewing machine. Okay, so while joining this, you can decide to use half inch, you can decide to use 1 inch, but trust me, half an inch works very very well. No need to use 1 inch, just use half inch to join that together. Okay, do that for the both sides, and after that, this is what you're going to have. Okay, neat and clean. All right, so the last thing to do as far as sewing is concerned is to go ahead and then fold the hem part of the gown. All right, and for the design at the front of the gown, at the front of this gown, I made use of this pepper stone. All right, you can get it in the market, in any tailoring and in any shop that sells tailoring materials. You can get it there anywhere. All right, so I made use of this. It is very, very easy to use, and I prefer using this sometimes when I'm making boo dresses, especially the plain boo dresses. It comes out nice. Okay, so just this is how you make use of it. You know, you see what I'm doing right now. Just peel take off the white part, that is that inner part, and then place the design itself, the embellishment itself, where you want it to be. Make sure that it is laying nice and flat on your fabric. Okay, and then go ahead and pull off the remaining one like that. So just watch carefully and learn how to make use of this. You can actually use this to design your outfits, your plain outfits, in just 5 minutes, and you are done. Trust me. And it stays, it doesn't fall off if you do it properly. And you can do it at home. Some people will tell you go to the market and use the hot press iron. You can do it using your steam iron at home. And I mean, I'm doing this at home. Okay? Yeah, by myself. So just go ahead and, press it down like that. Yeah, just press it down. And the stones transfers straight to your dress. Yeah, and that is just it. Very simple, very easy to use. Okay. Once you're done ironing, just go ahead and peel it off like you see me do right now. And you see how neat and easy that is, right? Yeah, and this gown is ready. So voila, this is what we have. So you can decide to rock it into it. Either you rock it like this without tying the belt at all, or you simply, put your hands inside and tie it up like you see me do right now to give you a different look or fitting. Okay, so this is it. One dress styled in two ways. Okay, and this is the end of the video. Tell me if you learned something from this video. Will you be trying this out? Did you enjoy the video? And if you'll be replicating this style, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. And yeah, just do what to subscribe if you've not. Like, comment, and share. Turn on your notification button to get notified each time I drop a new video. Okay, and until next time, my lovely, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful family, stay creative. Okay, and do not forget that this girl right here loves you. So the question is, do you love me? Bye.